YouTube, welcome to the platform. I'm Eric Bigger, and today we talk about the importance of expanding your comfort zone and pushing your boundaries. I got one question. Have you ever wanted to do something that was out of your comfort zone, but you didn't feel safe in your body, or you didn't have the information where you were willing to do what it took to get where you want to go? So that was me in 2010 when I moved to LA, right? I just graduated from college, went to college at Hampton University in Virginia. I had a government job. In Washington, D.C. By the way, speaking in Maryland, in the Census Bureau. I didn't like the corporate environment, the cubicle life. So I was willing to do whatever it takes to get out of my comfort zone of living in Maryland, living in Baltimore, because I didn't like it there. I didn't want to be there. So what I did to expand my comfort zone and push boundaries, I left and I headed to the West Coast. Follow intuition, I left and I went to the West Coast. I had $1,000 to my name. I knew one person, right? One person. So hear me out. In order to be great, you got to get out of your comfort zone. There's no greatness in the comfort area. In the comfort zone, there's no greatness. There's no greatness in your comfort zone. So for me, because I wanted to change, I was willing to push boundaries and expand my comfort zone. Because, by the way, let me talk about the comfort zone. There are benefits being in your comfort zone. You know, your environment, you have your peer group, you have more social connections, you feel safe, you know the places, the people and things that make you you, right? The identity you have in your environment in that comfort position is safe. It's easy. It just happens. You know the people down the street, your neighbors over here, you went to school with that person, you understand your job and your coworkers, and I'm not knocking it. That's great, right? For that part of your life. But in order to get to the next level of your life, you got to jump. You got to take a chance so you can advance. You got to push past your boundaries. So in my case, like I said, I had $1,000 to my name, and my intuition, my soul was leading me to LA. I had 3 signs right after college. Go to LA. So what I did was apply for a job, LA Sports Marketing. They wanted to interview me. And that was enough to say, oh, I'm out. And so at the time, I didn't understand that I was in my comfort zone because I was young. I just knew the zone I was in, the place I was in was too familiar, and I knew I didn't want it. I wanted more from my life. I wanted to be great, right? I wanted to be great. So I booked a one-way ticket to LA, June 12th, 2010. For $1,000, I knew one person, and I was off to the races. It was like the hero journey initiated, activated. Now, here's the thing. When you take chances like that on yourself, you got to have faith, you got to believe in yourself, and you got to be willing to do what it takes. And for me, it wasn't about what I was going to endure. It was about what I was going to become. And in that moment, I knew I didn't want to be in Baltimore. I was too familiar with the area, comfort zone. There was nothing there that was keeping me. And LA was calling me. I thought I was going to go to grad school, right? I thought I was going to go to grad school, USC, UCLA. I was already in college debt, going to Hampton. I had student loans that I needed to pay for. So they wanted like another $40,000 a year. I don't got that type of money. So guess what? Really was unfulfilling. So imagine having a college degree. I graduated with honors, and I couldn't get a job anywhere. My first job was chic shoes at the Beverly Center in West Hollywood, near Beverly Hills. And I was a shoe salesman. I was making $8 an hour for a college degree. It was so humbling. Like, it was to a point where I'm like, is this really my life? I did all this work in school. I did all this good stuff. I was on a radio show in school. I played basketball. I was a student leader. And you know what I learned? And I didn't care about that. That was the past. It's like, what you going to do now? So it was humbling. I will say when you jump timelines or you get out of your comfort zone, it will be a humbling experience because you just don't have the awareness or the information to move through this new place when you're pushing these boundaries to be great. And so in that moment, I never had a thought that I'm not going to make it. I always would say I will figure it out. And I think the benefits of your comfort zone is already figured out, right? And it is safe. And it's something that you're familiar with, that you're not afraid to make a mistake in your comfort zone because you can there's a safety net in that aura, that vibration of your comfort. Me, on the other hand, having $1,000, Moving to the West Coast, 3,000 miles away, all I had was faith, right? And action. And so in that time, working a job, making $8 an hour, not knowing too many people, I had to figure it out. What I started to do was I was doing background acting. I was getting some, acting gigs on the side, making a little bit of money. With non-union, so it didn't pay that well. But I started opening books, right? I started to read books like Think and Grow Rich, As a Man Thinketh, Self-Esteem Prophecy, Seed of the Soul, studying Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, Les Brown, all these incredible people. Because I was like, I want to be great. What am I doing wrong? Or what do I need to do to elevate, to go beyond from what I'm seeing, right? And I think most times in life, we have to embrace new experiences, because the more uncomfortable you are, the more you're going to grow and turn, right? So by me opening books, reading books, going to seminars, on YouTube, I was on YouTube faithfully, like every week, almost every day, looking at just content, like what do successful people do? How do they show up? So then that's when I got into meditation. I started waking up at 5 a.m. I've always worked out, so that was already part of my lifestyle. But I started to study the habits of successful people, because I wanted to be successful, not just in my environment, but outside of my environment at the time, which was Los Angeles. I had already mastered that back in Baltimore and in college, right? So make a long story short, I remember reading a book, The Secret. I was still at the shoe store selling women's shoe and sneakers for boys and girls. And The Secret and Think and Grow Rich, I was applying the methods from the book. I started making commission, right? I started making commission. I started making money. I booked some commercials. Someone from Abercrombie came in, wanted to hire me. Boom, fast forward, next thing you know, I'm on a national commercial. I'm a manager at Abercrombie & Fitch. This happened within 2 years of moving to LA, 18 months, right? All because I pushed the boundaries. I came with $1,000, people, to Los Angeles. I need one person. But I had so much faith, and I knew I didn't want to be in my comfort zone. I wanted to expand it. So for you listening, it's very important to get clear on, what do you want? We always say we want more money. We want a better relationship. I want to attract that ideal partner. I want to improve my body. I want to be successful. But are you expanding your comfort zone? Are you pushing past your boundaries? These are real questions you should think about and write out and see if you can answer it. So I'm going to help you right now to push past your boundaries and expand your comfort zone. So these are 3 steps I want you to think about when you want to expand your comfort zone. So number 1 is, what will it take for me to get to the destination that I desire, right? That's something to think about. What will it take to get to the destination of my desire? So for some of you, in that process, it might take you to sacrifice your friendships, right? To not have the same friends and create new friends, right? And you might be still in your same environment, or it might require you to end some friendships or relationships that are not serving your highest good. So the first step is environment, right? Check your environment. Is your environment in alignment of where you want to go? So that's step 1. Check your environment. Is your environment in alignment of where you want to go to be the person you know you can be? Because it's not what we get out of life, it's what we will become. And how you want to become more, I want you to become more. I want you to take this information from this video and apply it so you can be great and come back and tell me your story. Number 2 is, where in my life, this is a question, I'm always going to leave the question and give you the step after it. Where in my life I'm playing small, right? Where in your life are you playing small? Think about that. Is it with your money? Is it with your time? Is it with, making yourself a priority? Where in your life are you playing small? You're playing for keeps. You're in lack of limitation. You don't have that much faith. You have a lot of fear. And I get it. You're going to have fear when it comes to expanding your comfort zone, because that's part of the process. Of course, you're going to have fear. You've never been in this new phase of life yet. It's okay. It's natural. It's normal. Yeah, we all go through it, right? So where are you playing small? So number 1 is, right, your environment. Check your environment. Number 2 is, ask the question, where am I playing small? And take a risk on that part of yourself. So I'll give you an example. I remember one year I had a Nissan Altima. My payment was like $338 a month. It was cool. 2017 car. It was great. Got me where I wanted to go. And I said, man, I want to make more money. I want to make more money. I want a better car. I want a better car. So what I did was I went to the BMW dealership. I was turning my 2017 Altima in, and I said, you know what? I'm willing to put down 5,000. I've never done that. I mean, I don't do it, right? I'm pushing back my penalties, right? I put $5,000 down on the Beamer 540i 2021, and I had that car for 3 years. My payment went from $338 to $820. So what did that do? You see that jump I made? So I was playing small on the money I was spending on my car. Because I wanted to make more money, I went big. I told the universe I want to spend more money. So I put down a larger down payment and I had a higher payment monthly. That changed my life because it changed my income. See how that works? It changed my income. The last step and the question to think about is, how do I want to be remembered in this lifetime? Because look, we're all going to expire and transition to the other side and be out of here at some point. And I always ask myself, and this is something you can ask question 3, right? You can step back that. Question is, what does my legacy look like? What does your legacy look like? Like when you think about your dreams, your vision, or where you want to be, the end of life, what does that look like? It's good to like jot it down. And look, things will change over time because it's life, right? Life is always changing. But for me, in a sense, I knew I wanted to be great. I wanted to be powerful. I looked up to like the Tony Robinsons, LeBron James, Floyd Mayweather, Jay-Z's, Denzel Washington. I just wanted to be that guy. And I knew I had this energy about me that one of my biggest fears, honestly, in life at that time, when I moved to LA, was that I was never going to live up to my potential. And that energy drove me to my greatness. And I think that's why I wasn't afraid to expand my comfort zone, because I had so much potential in me. So when I think about my legacy, I want books, I want curriculums, I want hotels, I want to create town. I want to do so much. I'm still wrong in this phase, but I'm willing to do what it takes to get where I want to go. And I'm willing to show up my best self every day. Step 3, right? Step 3. So we got step 1, your environment. Because your environment is going to control how you think, what you do, and how you show up. It's so important for us as individuals to know that our surroundings, our osmosis, control where we want to go. It's so important. Step 2, what I was saying before was, we know step 3, what we're talking about, what's your legacy? Step 2 is, where are you playing small? So wherever you playing smart and small, increase that frequency. I gave you the car story, right? Altima to BMW. See how my life changed? I made more money. I attracted more brand deals and opportunity, right? Because I told the universe, I want more money. So I spent more money. Environment, where are you playing small? Increase that. And then 3, what is your legacy? Who do you want to become? What does the end game look like for you? So something you can look at is that, really, your identity. Your identity. What is the identity that you have of yourself right now? Because identity, self-concept is everything. So the third step is be aware of your identity and think about how can you shift it to where you want to go. Right? So if I came to LA like, oh, I'm from Baltimore, I just graduated from college, I'm a young kid, to like, I want to be the greatest life coach that's ever lived. That's going to change my habits. That's going to change how I think. It's going to change how I show up. And that's going to change what I believe. Certainty, right? So those 3 steps will help you to push the boundaries, to be great, to expand your comfort zone so you can be the best person you're capable of being in this lifetime, to live a legacy, to change your environment, to increase where you're playing small. So people, take this information, share this, subscribe to my channel, tell a friend to tell a friend, and connect with me and tell me your story. I want to hear your story. I want to hear your trials and tribulations. I want to hear what healed you or what helped you or where are your fears. Let's talk. Let's engage. I want to relate to your experiences. I'm giving you my experiences because these things helped me maneuver through LA. I've been in LA 14 years by myself, no family. I figured it out because I pushed past my comfort zone, right? I expanded my comfort zone. I pushed boundaries. You know, I'm going to LA with $1,000. I got a dream. I got $1,000 in a dream, and I'm going to make it work. And then on top of all that, I was able to go on TV, have success, and have fame. But why that doesn't matter, what matters is the intention, the thought in 2010. If I don't do that in 2010, I don't have all those miraculous experiences of being on TV, traveling the world, speaking, writing books, podcasts, YouTube. I made a decision. So what decisions are you not making, and what decisions do you need to make to be great? Remember, greatness is not living in your comfort zone. If you want to be better than what you are, you have to push your boundaries. Go extra rep in the gym. Stay up an extra hour. Get up an extra hour early. Be different. Stand out. Shift your identity. What is your self-concept? How do you see yourself right now? Do you think you could be great? Are you successful now? Do you have what it takes to go past your boundaries and do what is necessary? Or do you have fear? And granted, like I said before, fear is normal, but you have faith. If you're listening to this, you have faith. You are a miracle, and there's nothing you can't do because you wouldn't be listening to this episode, and you wouldn't be listening to this channel. So people, chime in, tap in, share your story with me, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend to tell a friend. Guess what? It's miracle season. Nothing can stop you, not even yourself. Expand your comfort zone, push the boundaries, and guess what? You got what it takes. Have a good one. I'm out.